Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the fees associated with a U.S. marriage visa. So we're discussing the K3 visa, the CR1 visa, and the IR1 visa. Those are marriage visas for Cambodian nationals married to a United States citizen. And I get a fair number of inquiries where I just get an inquiry regarding U.S. immigration that says, what's your fee for processing a K3 visa? Or they say, what's your fee for processing a CR1 visa? Or an IR1 visa for that matter. And my response is, well, I need to know more. I need more information. I need to be able, usually we set up a time to talk either over the phone or I correspond further via email, or we find some other medium of corresponding so that I can ascertain your background as the petitioner, the background of the potential beneficiary of the visa, so the foreign national concerned. I need to understand the circumstances of your marriage. I need to understand how you met. I need to understand some backstory regarding you. And I need to understand possibly the criminal history associated with your beneficiary and your beneficiary's immigration history. Have they ever been to the United States? Have they overstayed a visa in the past, for example? I need this information because I need to know what I'm looking at in order to provide a quotation. Let me be clear. Services that are out there that are providing a fee before they've even talked to you, they're saying this is what we charge to do these visas. These visas are not routine. Well, I should say some of them are routine. They're very similar in the way that they operate, in the way that they process through. And yes, in the past, there was a much more uniform aspect to the overall process. Many of these cases were different, but the overall process was roughly the same or similar. In the Trump administration, we're simply not in that world anymore. And the administrative apparatus, the administrative processing apparatus associated with U.S. immigration has changed pretty fundamentally. We're seeing requests for evidence made that we never saw before. We're seeing cases getting held up bureaucratically when we've never seen them before, held up that way. And this all requires, in and of itself, certain extra consideration. Moreover, we're also seeing a situation where criminal activity on the part of the petitioner is of increasing concern to the immigration apparatus. The criminal history of the proposed beneficiary has always been something that factors in. And it's just simply, every case is going to be different. You need to look with, I think, with suspicion on any outfit that is willing to provide a fee quotation, usually on their websites or something, and that just say X number of dollars or X number of baht or X number of whatever currency to process this case without ever even talking to you? Really? The other thing to keep in mind is, pursuant to federal law 8 CFR 292.1, only an American attorney is entitled to charge fees in association with the processing of a given immigration case. So what are you dealing with? And in my opinion, an attorney needs to know your situation before they're going to quote you a fee. Now, different attorneys quote fees differently. Different attorneys charge differently for different services. They may break up their fees. They may do hourly rates. They may have flat rates for, cases once they've ascertained the facts of them. But they need to ascertain the facts of the case. They need to understand what they're dealing with. Any operation, and unfortunately in Southeast Asia, there's a plethora of fake lawyers and so-called visa services, which I've never figured out what exact service they're supposedly providing. Some of them say, oh, we help you fill out the forms. Well, you can fill out the forms. I mean, that's not why people are hiring me, to fill out the forms. They're hiring us to represent them, to assist them, because this is a difficult process. On top of that, the public charge rule has recently changed under the Trump administration, and we are now seeing a lot of analysis going into figuring out if somebody meets the financial criteria for sponsoring a visa applicant to come to the United States. All of these things have to be taken into consideration. This is all information that a reputable attorney is going to need to ascertain in order to provide a quotation. So anything you see on the internet that it says, oh, it's X amount of money to process this case, be careful with that. That's not a good idea. Somebody that's willing to quote you before they've even talked to you, that needs to be viewed with extreme caution and to the point of suspicion, in my opinion. And I think it's a good idea to, if you're looking at that, at least obtain second opinions so that you understand at least what reputable attorneys are charging and how they're dealing with the case. Because I think the comparison between that and some fake lawyer is going to be pretty profound. So the thing to take away from this video is fees are going to vary depending on the case, and a good attorney needs to ascertain the facts of a case before they can proceed in providing a fee quotation.